These convincing Titanoboa sightings have even scientists claiming they're real. The riverboat Titanoboa incident in the Amazon. I think it's fair to say that if you do encounter a giant snake, the smart thing to do would be to stay as far away from it as possible, right? I know that's what I do. Not for this brave group of people who seem like they had the sole intention of catching this Titanoboa, or at the very least getting closer to it. We have to thank them for their bravery, because without their courage, we would never be able to watch this footage. This small team of explorers were going along through a murky river when they spotted a giant snake that seemed to be slithering down the land area by the water. Although we can't see the POV from the snake, it was alleged that one man stood at the front of the boat with and tried to get the snake to come closer to them. The snake didn't really seem to care or bother with trying to go after them, but apparently the man in front continued to call out to the snake, trying to still get its attention. Based on what we see, they ended up giving up on getting the attention of the snake, which honestly, thank goodness, am I right? Because who knows what would have happened had the snake made a fast run at them. We might be watching a totally different video, or maybe not one at all. The Santa Maria River encounter. This was in southwestern Brazil, where the seemingly two or maybe three fishermen going through the murky river had a level of bravery I would never have. As they were rowing their boat through the water, they saw a giant snake casually just swimming in and out of the water. For whatever reason, and maybe only God knows, they thought it would be a good idea to poke the snake with their paddle while the snake was concealed in the overhang. They continue to poke it for a couple of minutes, and of course the snake gets distressed and swims out in an attempt to escape them, or maybe eat them, who knows. Now the snake was huge and looks like it just actually had a nice meal, lucky for them, right? Now if you thought things were already escalated enough, well, hold tight, because the men then decide to go after the snake again, and you could see one of the men go to grab the snake by the tail and hold on to it. Why? Great question. I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't. Sheer stupidity is the only thing that comes to mind. They did this not once, but twice, which at this point, alright, go ahead and do what you want, snake. These men are begging for it, basically. Thankfully, after the second time, they left the snake alone, and I don't think it had any serious implications on the snake. I am not a snake person, I do not like snakes, but I don't like the behavior of these men even more. Leave the snake alone, doing entirely too much. And the authorities share my feelings, because each man was fined $600 and to some community service, as they should. The rooftop encounter in Australia. This is just flat out terrifying, because just imagine being this person's neighbor and spotting a prehistorically huge snake slithering across the roof of your neighbor's house. This giant snake looks to be over 40 feet long, and some people, even scientists, are convinced it may be a Titanoboa. A terrified onlooker spotted this snake slithering across the roof of a house and nestling its way into a nearby tree. Catching a glimpse of the snake at all must have been frightening in real life, but watching its body stretch from the roof to a tree is hair-raising. Seeing the tree shake as the snake pokes its head out of the tree and basically stares directly at the camera would have been the ultimate sign that it was time to move out of this neighborhood. Neighbors stood by and watched in disbelief. You can even hear a young child start to cry. Young or not, I probably would have been crying too. It was quite a sight, a scary one at that. Have you ever seen one yourself? Let me know. I'm your host, Ashley. I'll see you later.